Alright, today's mission, which I'm assuming you've chosen to accept because, well, you're watching this video, is to take a position time graph and transform that into a velocity time graph and an acceleration time graph. So, here's my position time graph. Alright, at this point right here, it goes from a curve to a line. Alright, so that's kind of important to note. And yeah, so sketch out what you think the velocity time graph should look like, as well as the acceleration time graph should look like. Best of luck to you, and I'll reveal the answer shortly. Alright, there's the answer. Sorry for the dramatic change in size, but I drew them kind of bigger than I thought, so this is how I had to fit them in. So if it doesn't look like this for the velocity time graph, then we should talk. Alright, so I'm going to kind of walk you through how to analyze that position time graph to make your velocity time graph, and then the acceleration time graph in a second. So if you didn't get this, I'm going to get you guys your first clues coming up. So let's first change the scale of this. No! Come on, computer, like me. Nope, well, sure. No, that's too big. I don't want that. There we go. Alright, so let's go and we'll figure out how to do this. Alright. So, here we go. Most important thing to do is, besides erasing stuff that shouldn't be there, is to draw those tangent lines. Alright? So I'm just going to draw some tangent lines. Why am I drawing tangent lines? Yep, you guessed it, because the slope on a position time graph is velocity. So if I'm trying to make a velocity time graph from anything else, like a position time graph, I need to know that fact. Alright, so tangent lines. So I like to draw the key points. So right here, remember a tangent line has to skip off. Alright, I like to draw, if I turned around here, it likes to skip off, and then we'll go right here, and it likes to kind of skip off, and then notice it stays with it. So then all I really have to do is describe these lines. So I have a positive slope, so I have a positive velocity, I have a zero velocity, and then I have a negative velocity, and this one seems bigger than this guy. Like he's a small positive velocity, that's a big negative velocity. So with that hint, alright, those tangent lines and analyzing them, I want to see if you can try and draw the velocity time graph. Alright? Alright, so if that was enough, let's draw that velocity time graph. So here's my velocity time graph. Velocity time. I'm going to just kind of put a little dotted line here to show that this point is kind of a thing. So here I have a small positive velocity, so I have a small positive velocity. And then I have a zero velocity right here, so so right here's the zero velocity. And then I have a large negative velocity right here, so let's go with that. And so if I look, I actually get a nice, let's see if I can draw this. I did it, yay, there's a line. Alright, there's a line. And so like I said, this should be a smaller value than this is, so that's a bit longer there. And then you'll notice it's the same velocity throughout, so that means I have one slope, I only have one velocity, so that's actually going to be a constant down here. So that's what that's going to look like. So that's my velocity time graph. Alright, so now try and draw the acceleration time graph. Alright, now if you didn't get it yet and you're still stuck, here's your hint. Remember, the slope of a velocity time graph is acceleration. Alright, so we're going to do a similar thing, except we really don't need to draw so many tangent lines, but if you look at this, we only have one negative slope. Alright, so it's one negative slope, so it's a negative acceleration. Then here I have a slope value of 0, so I have 0 acceleration. So if I was to draw a velocity time graph, acceleration time graph for this, alright, so there's my acceleration time graph. Then, let's go back to red, that was fun. Then I have a negative acceleration for this entire time, so, you know, come down here to here. Probably should draw that long, but we have a negative acceleration, and then we have 0 acceleration, so it'd be right on the line at 0. Alright, and that's what my acceleration time graph would look like. So hopefully you found that beneficial. Hopefully you got it right the first time, and if not, keep trying some of those practice problems, revisit your homework, and best of luck to you on the assessments.